Erin's pulling out a ukulele. She about to sing a song?
Oh, do you have a song?
Erin's
Are you going to sing us a song?
Erin, bring us in.
Let's do it.
She's gonna take you,
Hey, girl, hey.
That's so cute.
That was adorable.
I've been trying to find what could make you happy. I never could dream that it was just me. 'Cause there's gold in the line, and just look and you'll find it. It's called.
Hey, welcome to Hey Girl, Hey, a podcast talking about literally anything. And I'm Erin, and I have sad news that we recorded a whole episode and we finished it, and it was fantastic. And then Zoom didn't save it.
Not even the first part?
Not even the first part?
Not even the first part, guys.
No.
So
We
lost everything, but we didn't want not to have an episode because we're committed to being a podcast that has episodes.
Committed to being a podcast.
That has episodes. So we're gonna do this one more time.
Gosh.
I'm Erin.
A podcast that doesn't have episodes.
That's Cari. There's Elise.
And this is Elise.
And we're three sisters who are very upset right
Sisters who
now.
are slowly losing our minds right now.
So
It
sisters,
was like an hour and a half recording. It felt like.
Literally.
and we was so good, guys. I'm gonna tell you what, that was probably our best episode ever. So we're gonna try to create the magic again.
It's not even an episode. We would just talk to each other for
We
an
had
hour
a
and
great
half.
conversation. It was awesome.
Maybe we can hack into the recording of our phones. You know how
Yeah,
phones are always listening to
FBI. I
us
know
and
you're
try and bring it
watching.
back.
FBI agents.
That's
Give
right.
us the recording.
Help
This
us.
is the recording.
Give it to me.
So our topic this week has been Studio Ghibli and what it's meant to us and why it's so good. And it is. It's amazing. And I'm sorry that we're a little off, but I'm sure this episode's gonna be really funny to
So
listen
good.
back to.
Once we get back into the groove of it, it'll be just as good.
It's so good.
and then like today we have a bit of a time frame because my sisters record at our brother's Kyle's house, and Kyle has like a time frame. So we were like, okay, we're gonna be early and we're gonna do this, and we did, and we didn't want to. Yeah, hey, it's a day.
It's
It's a day.
It's a day. So let's get back into it, sisters. So we were talking about Studio Ghibli and why it means so much to us. Cari brought up this amazing concept that I would really like you to start with.
Okay, yeah. Hold on. Let me bring up my notes because I did some studious studies this week.
Studio studies?
Studio studies.
what you said.
I said a studious.
Oh, they said studio studies.
Yeah, no. Studious. I don't know. That's what we
Whatever,
said.
nerd.
Whatever, nerd.
Okay, so you guys already know what this is now because we went over it,
Okay, I did it when
but
you
just
first told us.
pretend.
Yeah.
Go
okay.
back to like an hour ago when you had no idea what this was.
Okay.
Okay, that Zen place.
I'm floating.
So I wanted to bring up a theme that I love about Miyazaki storytelling, and it's the concept of ma.
What's that?
You've never heard of it.
I have not.
Okay, so Miyazaki, he did this interview a while back. I don't really know when, but he was about to clap his hands, and right before they made impact, he stopped just a couple inches. And he said, "The time in between my clapping is ma. If you have nonstop action with no breathing space at all, it's just busyness. But if you take a moment, then the tension building in the film can grow into a wider dimension. If you just have a constant tension at 80 degrees all the time, you just go numb." So ma is a Japanese word that is roughly translated as emptiness or negative space. And in storytelling, it's used as the space between moments. So ma is used a lot in Eastern storytelling, not to push the story forward, but to make the characters real and add dimension and depth to them. So, like how in a lot of Miyazaki films, there's scenes where there's no dialogue, nothing really happening, just characters chopping vegetables, cooking, or just standing outside.
Mhm.
It's that moment to give you a pause to really appreciate and get to know their characters and see that they're real life people.
That's so cool. Like it just adds another dimension and depth of the humanity of the characters. And I think that's one of the reasons why these films are so enduring.
I agree, because it gives you this sense of you're peering into their lives and you get to enjoy that moment with them.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we can explore this one a little bit further than we did before, since we've had time to kind of think about it. And your favorite movies, which we actually haven't rediscussed. So, and your favorite movies, which we should discuss, what are your favorite moments of like the peace and that ma and calm between the busyness? Erin and I have the same favorite movie, like
Yeah.
the same.
True.
I think the same favorite scene. So
Yeah, my favorite is Howl's Moving Castle, and I guess my favorite scene of like the calm is just like when they're all like cleaning up and doing laundry, and it's just like I don't want to bring up like Harry Potter, but like, you know how like in Order of the Phoenix, how there's just the moments where they're just in the house, just like existing,
Mm-hmm.
doing like everyday
Yes.
things. It's like that where they're just like being normal people, doing their laundry, cooking food, just like hanging out and being like a family. You see, that's when you start to get a sense of them like actually becoming a family.
Yeah, you're right. That's so cool. I never thought of it that way, but you're totally right. And I think Howl's Moving Castle is one of the ones that does that the best, in my opinion, because it's a love story, right? It's them falling in love, but at the same time, it's a tragedy because there's so much loss happening in the world. But in those moments, it's like, oh my gosh, like Sophie's lost everything, and here she's found a new home and a new family who appreciate and love her, not for what she looks like, but for who she is.
I also love when Sophie like puts Howl in his place when he's being like a drama queen.
With the
like,
hair,
he's
right?
like, if I can't be beautiful, and like, what's the point of living? And she's like, oh my gosh, get over it.
That's so true. That's so great. I was just thinking about how I love that scene when he's just like screaming.
Yeah. He's like oozing his weird goo.
Exactly. And then
Such a
she's just
drama
like,
queen.
no,
she's just like, really? Come on.
this is not how this works. That's so great.
You know, I just kind of thought of it, but even the most action-packed of the Miyazaki films, which is, I'd say probably Princess Mononoke,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's still not go, go, go like our Western standards would be for movies, whereas action is just everything's happening at once.
Mhm.
There's a lot of action sequences, but even within that, there's a lot of control within the story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like in Princess Mononoke, and I know this isn't necessarily a scene of where you get like the idea of Ma, but when they're walking, so they're going to the leopard house, the leopards where the people with leprosy are, and they get there, and it's like this calm moment where you're learning about the characters. Like it's still really pivotal to the story, and there's still dialogue happening, but it really shows Lady Eboshi and what's going on in her world. And I thought that was a really cool. And then you get the whole scene where you see the spirit of the forest walk into the water and start walking on water, and it's just this beautiful, serene moment. And then
I feel like in a lot of like Western stuff, they do a lot of things just for like the wow factor. But I feel like in the Ghibli movies, everything that happens like has a reason. It's not just to shock you or make you say like, "Whoa!" It's like it has a purpose in the story.
Yeah,
And
I
on
think you're
top
right.
of that, I think they make it a point to say the wow factors are your everyday life. Like these little mundane moments are beautiful and you can appreciate it and like cherish it. Just cooking a meal can be this warm, inviting moment. So the wow isn't always the like supernatural. Sometimes it's just like those beautiful, calm, peaceful moments.
Like the food.
When they're cooking. Yeah.
There's
'Cause
never
I think
This makes me want ramen. Like
It makes me
just talking about
so
that makes me want
hungry.
It's kind of
Especially
cold
since it's
today.
cold, it's like I want a nice hot bowl of ramen.
I'm gonna
But-
make ramen today.
Do you remember when Avatar the movie came out? Oh gosh, is that James
James Cameron.
James Cameron? Okay. And everyone was just like, that's so beautiful, and people were depressed because they couldn't live in that world, and it just made them feel broken because I can never live in that. Whereas Miyazaki makes it feel attainable by bringing it down to those beautiful moments.
Yeah.
It's like simplicity of, okay, you're hanging laundry up. I can do that. I can live in that world.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think I know it's our favorite movie, which is Spirited Away. That moment in the train where they're just sitting there and there's just that moment of peace. And it's just like, it's, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful scenes in the whole movie, just because one, it's gorgeous, but it's just like that moment where you're just looking at Chihiro and she's like, no, I'm not going to forget who I am, and I'm going to fight for my parents' life. But at the same time, in that moment, it's just quiet. They're not saying anything.
Yeah. There's no dialogue. There's no real movement or character development or a plot progression. But in that moment of silence, you can see how much Chihiro's grown and how much she's changed.
And how much she has affected and like positively influenced the other characters.
Right,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
because the
such a
little
good
mouse is,
Yeah, the
you
little
know,
bratty baby.
he's such
Yeah.
a little brat.
And then No Face, who was like this
Eating people.
monster and eating people. And her
The
just,
little crow that's now.
and the little
fly.
crow.
Oh, the crow,
Yeah.
yeah. I forgot
And
about the crow.
she has like brought them all down and centered them, and they're just sitting there peacefully with her.
Isn't it, okay, and gosh, this is terrible for me to ask this because it's just been a while since I've watched it. But isn't the mouse, he doesn't get turned back into the baby, right? He wants to stay that way.
No, he's turned back in the
He
end.
is turned back?
The very, very end.
Then there's a movie I'm thinking of. I'm confusing with something else. But yeah, it's just, but he's grown and changed himself. He's so cute as a mouse. I'd get that
Yeah.
tattooed. We sisters have decided we're going to go get Soot Sprite tattoos.
Yes, the little sprinkles.
Yes, we'll
Sprinkles,
get 3 of
yes.
them.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cute.
I love it. And
And
then
each
each
one
should be
can have a
holding a
different-
different.
Yes, a different color.
Yeah.
Love it.
We can each pick a
Okay,
color to
yeah, we
represent
gotta come
our
back down
like
to
Soot
Florida
Sprite.
so we can do this.
Yes. Okay. When I come back down for a visit, we're gonna do this, and then we'll post pictures of our new tattoos.
We already
Yes.
have matching tattoos, but
Yes, we
apparently
do.
that's not enough for us.
I don't know. I have to catch back up to you, Elise.
Yeah.
You and your
Well,
half
you still
sleeve.
have more than me.
True, mine's just not as big.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, that was so fun. Yeah, we're gonna do that. That would be a great time. I was gonna say, why is
Real
it?
quick
Yeah.
for our Soot Sprite tattoos. What color would you pick for your little star candy? And then also we should try and guess. So think of it.
Okay, I got mine.
Me too.
Okay, let's start with Erin. At least let's
Okay.
guess. I think pink.
I was gonna say pink.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Carrie?
Ooh, Carrie's hard.
Like a mint green.
I was thinking green. I was thinking mint green.
Yes,
that's
like a mint
exactly what
green.
yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I was thinking. Yes, that's I was like, it's gotta be mint.
Yeah.
And then Elise.
Oh, I'm torn.
I think I have a guess, but I don't know if I'm right. But I think
Okay.
like a teal.
Okay.
I was thinking like a purple.
Okay, I was thinking like a sky blue.
Okay,
But
darn.
Okay.
I was
now that you
torn
say
between
purple,
sky blue
I
and
kinda want,
purple.
like lavender would be.
Yeah.
cute.
Lavender would be
Light
great.
Because I
purple,
was
that'd
torn
be cute.
between a lavender and mint green for myself.
So,
See, now I
I
think
wasn't too
lavender's
far
better.
off. I was thinking like a teal blue.
No, yeah, you're
so
right.
I wasn't too bad. But I think lavender would be perfect.
Yeah.
Because I thought yellow would be cute because I always think of the yellow, but then
Yellow
on our
was my
skin
first
tone,
thought
Mine
for
always
you.
goes to pink first.
Pink.
Yeah.
Pink. Oh yeah. I
Pink
always think
is
of
what
the
I
little.
got first. Yeah. Gosh, you guys got me like that quick.
You're like, where am I gonna put this?
Oh, I already know where I want to put mine.
Where?
I've wanted to use it for a cover up for my ankle tattoo that I gave
Oh.
myself.
That'd be
Oh.
perfect.
I could do
Right?
ankle.
Right?
That's something I can
I have
cover.
another ankle.
I was thinking I was thinking the inside of my left ankle.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I could do that.
I could do that too.
Every tattoo I have to
Yes.
get, I have to be able to cover it for work. So
Yeah.
that one I could do.
And I just don't have a job right now, so it doesn't matter.
My current
I
job
have to
doesn't
Find
care.
out if I have to cover mine.
Oh, yeah, I don't think you will.
I hope
Even if you
not.
do, it's not that hard to.
Yeah.
I have a forearm tattoo. That's a little bit more difficult, but I'm in film school. No one cares.
Exactly.
But let's get back on subject, guys. Ghibli and how much we love it. No, really, it's great.
Ghibli or Ghibli? We actually had this
we
debate
didn't talk
before.
about that,
That's
'cause we
right,
talked
yeah.
about
Yeah,
that
I had such a
before.
smooth transition earlier.
Yeah, it was
But-
beautiful.
Well, it was wasted, Carrie.
I know.
It was wasted.
Was we-
Anyway, we were discussing whether it's pronounced Ghibli or Ghibli, and I think we decided Ghibli.
Yeah,
And
Elise
I
literally
fall into
said,
peer pressure, so I
You
said
do.
yes.
Elise literally said, Hayao Miyazaki could tell me it's Ghibli to my face, and I still would call it Ghibli. And then we were like, whoa, she's
I
like, I'm
respect
just
the
being
man,
honest.
but it's still Ghibli.
Well, remember when they tried to make cuts to Princess Mononoke, and he sent a katana to the office and said no cuts? What if he sent a katana to you? And
Oh no, you muted. You went out. We can't hear you.
Yeah, so yeah, Hayao wants me dead, which means he's thinking about me. At least.
Oh no, it froze for a second.
Oh no!
oh no, what is today?
Everything's-
But we get you laughing,
everything.
so it works.
Just know
Wait,
that I
yeah.
said something funny.
Yeah, it was
That was
hilarious.
so funny.
It was now. That's great. Yeah.
So, favorite movies. Spirited Away for me.
Mhm,
Spirited Away for Erin. Howl's Moving
Moving
Castle for
me.
Elise. Least favorite movies.
Marnie.
Poco.
Marnie and no. Hold on.
When
And-
Marnie was there?
Yes, I'm coming Marnie and the Witch's
You
Flower.
keep mixing Mary and the Witch's Flower and
Yeah.
when Marnie was there.
When Marnie was there. Ugh.
I would
But
like
see,
to
that's the problem.
say least favorite, meaning we still respect them.
yes,
so please
I
don't come
respect
at
all
us.
of
Oh,
them.
absolutely. Yeah, don't add us.
It's just, especially compared to certain other ones,
Yeah.
Pom Poko's just not it for me.
Which one is
And
Pom Poko?
it's not Miyazaki. It's the one with the raccoons.
Oh.
And it, like, you think it's going to end 17 different times and it doesn't. And I swear I thought that movie was like 4 or 5 hours long and it's only 2 hours. And there's that acid trip scene I was telling you about, that like the lantern things and like the floats come alive and they're all these weird colors and it's just, I don't know what was happening.
Did you see that one in theaters?
No, Linda and I watched that once when we shared a room. Way back when.
Oh, way back when.
Way back when?
Way
You shared
back
a
when
room?
we shared a room still.
You and I?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant you and Linda. And I was like,
No.
when did Linda live with us?
No.
We stayed for a short time in between
Yeah.
when we left
Yeah.
our
And
apartment.
I think
and stuff,
that's when
but-
I
remember-
watched it.
Oh,
Because
okay.
we were like trying to watch ones we hadn't seen before. And we watched that one. We started what's it called? The neighbors. My neighbor the Yamada.
Yamadas.
Yeah. We started that one and we were like, this is boring.
That's right, because you got Linda a box set of Miyazaki or Studio Ghibli films
Yeah.
for Christmas that year.
And we were trying to watch ones on there that we hadn't seen.
I just remember you guys were like, "Don't watch Grave of Fireflies."
Oh, I watched that one on my own.
Oh, was
and
that
I
what-
didn't. Yeah, because everyone kept talking about it. Like, it's so good. It's so emotional. I cried, and I watched it. And normally, like the Ghibli movies, I'll watch dubbed. And I was listening to dub, and I was like, this doesn't sound great. So I went to the sub, and I was like, this doesn't sound great either. And then the story, like as soon as I started, I'm like, okay, I know exactly what's gonna happen. And like, yeah, it's a sad story, but it was just too predictable for me.
Yeah, I understand that. I was just looking at the Rotten Tomato scores for the Ghibli films, and
Not high enough.
there's most of them are like over 80, and I have to agree with the lowest rated one, though it's not my least favorite. It's one that I really did not enjoy at all,
Sure.
and it was Tales from Earthsea.
That movie was so weird. I loved it.
Really?
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yes.
I couldn't
I'm like,
finish
I don't
it.
know what's happening, but really?
Yeah.
There's
could not
something
finish
just
it.
so weird about it that I liked it.
Which
Yeah.
one is Tales from Mercy?
It's
It's-
the Goro Miyazaki
Mhm.
movie. It's fun.
Oh, really? I kind of like that
With
one.
the dragon. Yeah.
It was
And
well
this is-
because the dude at the end like melts into this weird tar stuff.
like I said, I didn't get to that. Maybe
Remember?
I gotta
Oh
get
yeah,
there.
you didn't finish.
I didn't
it.
I think
finish
that's
it.
a running theme.
Yeah. I think
like-
he stole that from Princess Mononoke.
Oh my gosh, I think you're
like
right.
the weird tar stuff.
And it just kind of lasted through, like, with the, like,
Ooh,
Howl
and he also
melting.
reminds me of Orochimaru.
Didn't you kind of have a thing for Orochimaru as a kid? You're like,
No,
oh, okay. I thought he was one of the villains that you were like, he kind of cute.
no, Orochimaru. He's chill.
He's chill.
Chill dude.
You're like, eh.
No, he's pretty creepy. He's like a weird pedophile, but whatever.
Okay, wait,
Oh
what's
my gosh.
Orochimaru from? Hold on.
Naruto.
Naruto?
Okay,
Sorry.
yeah. Okay, I thought so. Then I was like,
Yeah,
wait a second.
rabbit
What you
trail.
just no? And then all of a sudden you said the last part, and I was like, is he from? I never finished Naruto either. So Naruto.
So sad.
So many
Naruto.
episodes.
Naruto.
But that's one of the great things about Miyazaki films is that a lot of people just don't like anime. It's too childish in their minds, or I don't watch cartoons, or whatever the reasons may be. Just anime isn't for them. But those same people almost always love at least one Miyazaki film because it just transcends all of that.
I'm gonna say two things that are gonna probably get me in trouble. One, those people are wrong for not liking anime, and two, at least they have good taste.
Because I have a lot of friends who won't watch any anime, but this girl I used to work with, she wouldn't watch anything, no matter what. But she had a Totoro tattoo.
That's so
What?
crazy.
That's anime.
Yeah.
What?
For her, it was different. It spoke to her on another level.
So I want to bring up something. Oh, go ahead, Lisa. I'll wait for a second.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I do kind of understand that because when I think, oh, what's my favorite anime, I don't think of the Ghibli movies because to me they're separate. Like yeah, they're anime, but it's like a separate category for me.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's definitely not one where I'm like, oh, these are all anime, though they are. It's an elevated art form in my mind. Like in general. Like, don't get me wrong, I love anime and we go through phases here where that's all we watch for like a month at a time. We're like, oh, let's watch another one. We'll finish a whole series and start a new series. But these like Studio Ghibli is just a cut above. It's a different thing. It's kind of like Disney, right? Like there are things that you don't like about Disney, but then there's tons of films that you really love, and it's kind of like that. Honestly, Studio Ghibli I put above Disney. I'm not gonna lie on that, but like I think it's that kind of like attention to excellence and detail.
And there's just a part of it that speaks to you on a deeper level. Like Disney films are great, but they're still aimed towards kids for the most part, with some aspects for adults, where Miyazaki films are more aimed towards like young adult, I would say, to an adult, and there are aspects where kids will enjoy. So it's
And
kind of a reverse.
And I feel like the messages they have in the Ghibli movies are more nuanced, whereas like in Disney, it's like this is clearly their message in this movie. It's like
Yeah.
in your face, but like they're in the Ghibli movies. There's usually multiple messages, and they're more subtle. And I feel like you actually sometimes, and a lot of them, like have to think.
Yeah.
It's not just like in your face. This is the message. I feel like the most in your face ones are like Nausicaa and Princess Mononoke because they're very much like about the environment and taking care
Yes.
of the environment and stuff. But there's still deeper messages that are more subtle as well.
And
I
to go on that,
definitely
I
agree.
love how Nausicaa and Princess Mononoke take on such a big issue and still tell it in a way in this magical world where you get lost in it, but you still think about it and go like, yeah, that's a good point. I need to work on that.
Oh, definitely. So I wanted to bring something up that we had talked about that I think is really important to bring back up. And for this one, I realized that we're recording this, so I'm going to share my screen with you guys.
Oh,
Okay.
fancy.
And so then, people who are going to watch this maybe on YouTube or something can see what's going on here. So I'm going to hit share. And I'm going to bring this back up, guys.
Oh yes, yes.
I'm
Mr.
gonna read
Doe
back.
and the Egg Princess.
Yes, we discovered
Look at this.
this. Had never seen it, never heard of it.
It's
Whoa.
time though.
Guys, this must
Yeah,
be.
that's Mr. Doe.
Look at Mr. Wait, is that a mustache?
I think it's his mouth.
Oh. Oh, it is his mouth. I thought it was like a
He's
bushy
like this.
walrus
I think
mustache.
his mouth is open.
Oh, look at the little bunny.
They're just so
Where's the egg
cute and
princess?
really
Egg
weird.
Princess.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm opening up because there's a picture that I found of the egg princess. Hold on, let me move this over here so you can see it better. And where did she go? Hold on, why am I bringing
Oh,
up?
you passed her.
Did I? Oh yeah,
Where is she?
this is the egg princess.
Oh, she's so,
She's so
cute.
This is what I was looking for. Here it is. This one.
Aw.
Look at this, guys. Look at that. Oh, it's Pinterest, but look at that. She's eating like grapes, but it looks like boba.
Cheese.
Oh, I love her so much.
She's got so much taste. I love this one right here.
That one's kind of scary to me because clearly that's the bad guy, right?
I'm
that's
assuming
the
it's like the
villain.
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
And she's eating eggs, and the story
Eating
focuses on an egg princess.
About the egg princess.
Yeah,
Oh my
so-
God. Is she trying to? Is that the plot? She's trying to eat the egg princess.
Oh my gosh.
gosh, we
I
need to
have
watch
no
this.
idea. We have to watch this.
I've
There were
never
so
heard of this
more.
film, but I love it.
It came out in 2010, right?
Yeah. And
How
it's
That was
How did
right
we miss
before his
it?
retirement, his
yeah.
5th retirement.
Oh, here it is. This is
Yeah, Mr. Doe.
Doe.
He's like baked.
He's baked.
Look at this.
Okay, his chest is split like one of those buns.
yeah,
Yeah.
like a pretzel bun, right?
Oh my
that.
gosh.
And then like, okay, I'm gonna zoom in here. Like, I don't know what this is. But look at little egg princess.
Oh, I wish this wasn't a short. I wish it was a full-length film.
Are they're missing out on this. Okay, look at those
The
little
other
beady
thing
eyes.
that I think
So
you
cute.
need to bring up again
Mhm.
is how Linda and Gabe used to sing Ponyo.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh, yes. I'm gonna stop. my shit.
Ponyo, because we were talking about least favorite movies, and I love and also don't love Ponyo.
Mhm.
But then Erin brought up something that made me kind of love it again.
So when Linda and Gabe were younger, especially Gabe, if I remember right, they would go around singing Ponyo, 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 fishy in the sea. She's a little girl with the round tummy. And it was just hilarious. And for years, stuff that they did, they would go, it's round tummy. And I remember Linda,
does have a
especially,
round tummy.
she does have a round tummy, was like really adamant. No, it's a round tummy. And when they got older, I finally was like, guys, it's rounds on me. And they were so upset. It was just the cutest thing. Just, she's a little girl with the round tummy.
I think if you send in like a formal letter and, expressing it and saying, these are the lyrics that, these kids sang, they'd be like, you know what? We'll change it.
No,
Because it's
I
so
just looked
good.
it up. I just looked up the lyrics. It says, "Oh, she's a little girl with a round tummy."
Oh my
It's
Are there
god!
2 verses?
Hold
It-
on.
the first verse is round tummy.
No way. I was wrong
They were
all
right,
this
and
time.
you were right.
They were.
Yeah,
You crushed
that
them
was
unnecessarily.
round tummy.
No, I remember reading it was rounds on me.
That's what
That
I
makes
always thought
way
it
more
was, and it
sense
didn't
then.
really-
Because
I
what
was
is
like,
rounds
does that
on me?
mean? It's round tummy. Aw.
Oh, she's a
Oh.
little fishy, the round
Oh
tummy.
My goodness.
Aaron, you need to right now text them and apologize.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I'm
They just-
always
they deserve
right.
an apology.
Linda's gonna be like, "What are you
My-
talking about?" Oh my gosh, I am shocked. I just want to pull up a little cute picture because, I just think people need to see how cute she is. So I'm gonna screen share this really quick.
Look at her with your ears.
Look at her with your
Yeah,
well. No,
look
I
how cute she is with your ears.
I also have the video that we can post.
I
on
know.
TV, so
Enjoy the picture.
the-
What is this little squirrel in your background?
Oh, this is my favorite superhero. When we get my
Squirrel.
favorite.
Oh,
villain.
Squirrel
Yeah,
Girl.
this is
I know Squirrel Girl now.
Look at that. We're gonna get into that in another episode, but just so you know,
Isn't it a comic
it's
series?
awesome.
Like
Yes.
online Instagram?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
As a
I've
little
seen it.
spoiler, she's actually the strongest Marvel superhero. Look it up, people. It's truth.
Look
She
at
look it up. Okay, so here's Ponyo.
Look it up.
Look at her.
Ponyo.
Look at
Look at
her.
her round tummy.
Look at her little round tummy.
I am so upset right now. You have no idea.
this whole time.
This is what I remember reading that. Oh, it's probably a BuzzFeed listicle. That's probably
Going back to that concept of Ma earlier, Ponyo
Yeah.
has some of the best examples of that.
yeah, I definitely can see that.
It's so great. When what's his name? Not Ponyo, the boy.
Yes, his name is not Ponyo.
Not Ponyo. When not Ponyo, his mom is cooking. Tina Fey's character.
Yes, Ponyo's not mom.
When not Ponyo's mom, Tina Fey, is cooking.
I didn't even remember there was a dad in the film, guys. Like, you mentioned that, and I was like, wait a second. Okay, so I'm looking up the name really quick, and the people ask, did Ponyo die? That's the number one question. And the answer is great. No, not to worry. No one dies in Ponyo. Or even coughs. Its sting is so gentle, you might miss it. That is exactly what it says. Okay, what's the little boy's name? I'm not gonna be able to say it. You know that, right? Is it Risa?
No.
No.
No, that's the mom.
Fujimoto? No, that's the
No.
other guy. Toki?
No.
Yoshi?
Yoshi?
Yeah,
What are you even looking at?
I'm looking at Ponyo's Instagram page.
Okay, that was Frankie Jonas.
Instagram.
Right?
I'm sorry, IMDb.
Why are you on the Instagram?
No, I'm on IMDb. It's only in Japanese. Can't Blanchett. See, here we go. Here's the American one. Or English, I should say.
The American one.
Okay, let's be honest. I don't know. There's no pictures. It didn't come up.
I
with
see the
words.
name. I just don't want to
Even try?
Sosuke?
Yeah, something like that.
Please don't get mad. We don't speak other languages. We're Americans.
Americans, we don't learn other languages here.
We didn't learn a second language till high school, and at that point, it was a little too late
It's
for
a
our
little
brains.
too late. It's a little too late. Oh my gosh. So great. I can't wait to. I'm sorry. I was closing some tabs, and the first thing that came up was Egg Princess again.
Egg Princess.
This isn't a Ghibli movie, but there's this other anime movie that I wanted to watch. I can't remember what it's called. It's something in the milk cow or something like that.
In the milk tower?
No, cow.
Oh, milk cow.
Wait, Milk Cow?
Yeah, something like that. I just looked it up. Well, I looked up. Oh, Satellite Girl and Milk Cow.
Oh.
What in the
Okay,
world?
what is this?
It's
Okay,
not
it's
Ghibli,
Korean.
but- Oh, it is?
Yeah, it says it's a Korean anime film which an out of commission satellite falls in love with a down on his luck musician who turns into a cow.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I saw this at Target once, and I was like, what is this?
This is a must see, guys. This is a must see.
We'll watch this one after the Egg Princess.
It
Yeah.
only has
Oh, what
50% on
is
Rotten
that
Tomatoes,
picture?
but
She's milking him?
she's no.
What?
Oh no.
Oh my. This is a lot, guys.
What in the world? I have to see this.
Dude,
Again,
there's
not
a toilet
Ghibli,
paper
but-
with a mustache.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Just so you know, I do have screen sharing enabled for everyone. And I'm so glad I do at this moment, just in case. I mean, look at this, guys.
What? There's a toilet paper man?
Wow.
Okay, I don't
There are
practice with this.
so many things we need to explore.
Pardon me. Sorry, I hit the microphone. Got hiccups all of a sudden. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, this is a must. I can't wait. Wow. So yeah, that needs to get added to the list. I know it's not Ghibli, but that's a must. But there's so many good Ghibli films, and gosh, I wish we could talk about every single one of them. But I think that would take many, many years.
Well, what we also learned is there's a lot that we haven't even seen yet.
Yeah, I really thought I was like a expert fan, and I'm a novice.
You're a fake fan.
I'm a fake fan, guys.
Fake fan.
It's really embarrassing. Oh my gosh, I think I
But-
just found where we can watch Mr. Doe and the Egg Princess.
Okay.
Yes. We'll just do a lime. My goodness. Live stream of us watching it.
Yeah, watch party.
Let's do that. That was a weird laugh.
So I know one of the things we've discussed before, even before our last episode, is just the aspect of the characters in the movies where you have these strong female characters and these strong female leads at that, who aren't written as a dude who's given a girl's name.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're actually female characters who are written to be strong and are incredibly inspiring in that way, but also aren't gendered in a way that like little boys won't enjoy the film,
Mhm.
or just guys in general, where it's very gender neutral and you can enjoy the story, where it's not centered as a rom-com or any of those like typical tropes for female leads.
Oh,
Yeah, and
absolutely.
even though a lot of them do have like romance in them, the focus is never the romance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's
It
always
never is.
them becoming closer and closer as friends that leads to the romance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the journey that they're on that leads them together, but not focused on them getting together.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
them grow, and it happens to be that they're growing together.
I think Princess Mononoke is a great example of that, because they definitely fall in love. They have like this really deep connection, but they realize in the end it's not about them being together. It's about being where they're supposed to be. And
Yeah.
she's supposed to be in the forest protecting it, and he needs to help rebuild Allentown and the world. And I think that's really, really awesome, because you don't get that often. If it was a Western film, it either would end in them breaking up and then never talking again, or it would end in them always being together.
Or in a bitter way, or they find love somewhere else, where honestly maybe they don't. Maybe they are just meant to be in love but not together.
Yeah, definitely.
Can I read to you the quote from Miyazaki about his strong female leads?
Yes.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So he said in an interview, strong female leads, brave, self-sufficient girls that don't think twice about fighting for what they believe with all their heart. They'll need a friend or a supporter, but never a savior. Any woman is just as capable of being a hero as any man. And he said that in 2013 in an interview.
That's so great.
And
That
even
speaks
he
so much
has
to
this
him.
idea of they're supposed to be fully fleshed characters or human beings who aren't leaning on anyone. They do need support, as we all do in life, but not a savior, because they are strong and capable as well. And the way he inspires just girls has been, in my life, has been really important. I just think that the way he writes his female characters is not compromising their femininity or compromising the fact that they can fall in love. Because sometimes you'll have strong female characters who will never be in love because they're not weak in that way, or are dependent on their love interest, where he finds ways to balance that if he wants to. And if not, you're still happy with the result. Like, I love Spirited Away. And as a kid, of course, I wanted Chihiro and Haku to be together.
Yeah.
But then as an adult, I'm like, no, I see their friendship and it's beautiful and it's good as the way it is.
Oh, absolutely.
But it is sad that you're like, oh, he's a river
I know.
spirit.
Yeah.
You'll never see him again.
I know. That, I think, was the most tragic part of the whole thing. Like, I mean, he's beautiful. He remembers who he is, but then it's like, oh man, they can't even be friends anymore. I mean, they can be, but not like that. Not physically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Erin, you had talked to our niece previously before
Yes.
this episode, and she talked about what she
did.
liked, which I think is also great because she's a young girl who really loves these movies.
She does. I thought it was really great. I mean, she's 12 years old, and her favorite one is Princess Mononoke, and I think that speaks a lot to the power of these films. But, like, the first thing she said, I'm like, what do you like about these? She's like, the storyline. The storylines are really good. She also said the tree spirits were cute, which unless they're adorable, I'd get those tattooed too. And she's like, she loves that the princess is not only like a part of a wolf clan, but that she is really powerful.
Oh my gosh, that's a good point.
And I'm like, dang, a 12-year-old, she's getting it. Not that 12-year-olds can't get it, but these are movies that she had recently started watching, I think since she was like 10. And it's pretty cool that she gets it too. Like it speaks to the fact that it's multi-generational, it's multicultural, and it's human.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think I've said like 5 times, but they really are.
But that's a good point because she is a princess, but she's not a docile princess. She is a warrior, but it shows 2 aspects of her. And it creates more dimensions to her from that too, where you do have a lot of stories where a princess is this, more, I guess, like I said, docile, or the stereotypical tropes of a princess, where that is showing you that she can be a strong, powerful leader.
Yeah, definitely. I mentioned this earlier, but one thing that really hit me, and I'm going to say human again, but like, why do they hit so hard? It's because they're human. He deals a lot with children, and they're often in impossible situations, and they're fighting for something, right? And we get to watch him grow and evolve and do like really extraordinary and incredible things. And that just speaks to us and our still inner childlikeness, right? And children who get to watch it and go, oh, I can do that. And then we're like, oh, there's still a part of us that is like that, even as we grow and become adults.
And I feel like they do a really good job of like layering character development and in a way that it makes sense, like the progression makes sense, but then they have so much character development in like a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
So, sometimes you watch movies and there's no character development, or a character just like suddenly is like super developed. You're like, that doesn't really make sense. They kind of just like jump to that, but it always makes sense. And
there's a lot of journey with them.
Yeah.
Without changing their core character.
Yeah.
If you watch things, movies, or read a book where the character changes and you're like, you're not even the same.
You're not like the same character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they learn a lesson and you're just like, how did you get there? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, it adds to the whole feeling of these films. They care about every little detail. Everything is purposeful. Like there's not a reason, like every film background, including like how they paint it, is very purposeful, and it's to push the story and not in a very Western, we're going to throw things at you. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Marvel films. I think they're fun, but that's an example of how American made films are really all about throwing things at you in a short amount of time.
The wow factor.
Exactly. And Studio Ghibli goes, no, we want you to grow with these characters in the 2 hours that you have with them. We want these characters to impact you in meaningful ways, because he does speak a lot about the environment, like we talked about. Like he talks about passionate things that he's passionate about that are really important to us as humans. And he doesn't, not preachy, but he does it in a way that you think about it. And you may not even realize you're thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. I think that's also something that I love. It's so masterfully layered, because as a kid, you'll watch it and you'll get certain lessons from it. And then as you grow up, you start to figure out more and more of what is, trying to be not taught to you, but shown to you, shared with you, or expressed through the movies, where each time I watch it, I see a different aspect or a little piece, and I see what the characters, what they're doing. And it just makes me go, huh, okay. And it adds more and more. And it takes a lot to layer things like that and not just be in your face, but also in your face enough that young audiences can appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. For sure. It definitely, I don't know, they're just on a different level. Even the films.
I feel like we could do an episode on each movie and just spend an hour talking about each one and what it meant to us. Oh, I have a question.
Mhm.
So when you think of Studio Ghibli movies or Miyazaki films, what is the image that pops in your head? Is there like a picture or a scene or something that just a little thing like Soot Sprite immediately or something?
Yeah. Definitely it's different for each one. Generally though, if you say Studio Ghibli, the first thing that pops in my head is anything to do with Spirited Away, especially when she's crossing the river for the first time, or crossing what was going to be the river. That's something that comes to my head. Or like Princess Mononoke, it's the tree spirits, and like so it really kind of it changes. Like for Eddie, I can't talk right now. It's her with her little thimble or not thimble, her little pin sword.
Pin sword?
Yeah.
What are you, Elise?
When I think Studio Ghibli, my mind first goes to Spirited Away, just like the cover,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
and then second Totoro.
Totoro.
Oh, Totoro, yeah. Definitely. It's always the
Totoro's
cover
like
with
the
he's holding
symbol
there.
of Ghibli, yeah.
For good reason. He's so cute.
Yes, I just want to hug him.
Just
and
hug him.
Sleep on him.
I always
Like, you know how they sleep
Yeah,
on
he's all
him
like,
in
they're all
yeah.
fuzzy. He's probably
cuddle
really
with him.
fuzzy
He's
and
probably
soft.
really warm.
Yeah. Just
He
sit on
probably
his tummy.
gives hugs just like Bill. That's what I imagine. Can we get Bill a Totoro onesie and have him hug us?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
You know
That'd be
he
the
would do
best.
that in a heartbeat.
Yes.
Bill's my husband, and he's great sometimes.
Gets it
He's
Only
hilarious.
sometimes.
No, I can't tell him all the time. I can't be nice.
You can't build that
No.
ego up too much.
He's got an ego. I gotta like keep knocking it down. No, that's great. Well, sisters.
Yes, sister.
Oh, go ahead, Carrie. I want to hear what you have to say.
talk about what I think about.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
didn't get
yeah.
a chance to.
What do you
Oh
think?
my gosh, I thought you said it too. I thought we.
Erin's like, I don't
No.
care.
I get it. You guys don't care.
I care.
do.
I'm just kidding. I always think of the bath tokens, just specifically the bath
yeah.
tokens.
Oh,
but
okay.
this isn't even a scene, but I imagine them with the background of, you know, the big bathroom that No Face is in with the pastel kind of painting in the
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
yeah.
imagine those two things layered for some reason.
That makes sense. I think No
And
Face
just-
comes up a lot too.
No
Yeah.
Face. And the clinking sounds of the bath tokens.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why, but that's like
true.
a
That's like,
very, like, the first sound that comes to my mind is this clinking of the bath tokens.
That's funny. The first sound that comes to my mind is No Face's That's
oh, yeah.
like trying to give people his stuff. Like that's
Yeah.
always what I think first. Hey, good news. It's saved this time.
Oh,
Woo!
good.
And I'm hitting okay.
We're
And
going to have to do this for a third time.
I just will
Be
curl
like,
up in
new
a
topic.
ball and just
We'll record
We'll revisit
somewhere.
this one in a year after we forgot about it and can try again.
I am listening.
you
I'm just
know-
still checking.
I know there are a lot of things that we didn't say from the first recording that I really wish were in here that I just don't remember what they were.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
also think that we got deeper
Yeah,
and explored a lot more as well.
I
so-
agree.
We'll just
I
live in our
definitely
hearts.
The lost episode.
Can we make like
The
a
last
little
episode.
teeny little tombstone? And just
It'll be
doodle
your
it.
first
Can
post
someone
on
doodle this?
Instagram. I'm doing it right now. Little
the lost
tombstone.
episode.
It's gonna
Oh.
say rest in
We
peace.
should eventually like plug our Instagram
Yes.
too.
Oh, and our email address.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If there's any, I guess, topics that you want us to explore or suggestions,
Yeah.
you can email us.
To all of our many listeners we know are out there.
Yeah, because we've posted these episodes.
Yeah. We haven't posted anything yet.
Yeah, they're on our drive. Does that count?
To our FBI listeners.
Yes. Thank you, FBI agents, for supporting us.
Yeah, we
And they're
appreciate
just
you.
like, yeah, no, you guys are good. I imagine they're
Oh,
supportive.
this-
Okay, I haven't finished it, but this is what I've
Our
started.
Instagram is heygirlheycast. So find us on Instagram. We haven't posted yet.
It's
That's
good.
great.
It's so
Lost
funny. That was last
episode.
episode. And our
And then, oh, sorry.
no, please go.
Oh, our email is heygirlheycast@gmail.com.
And then, that's all.
We don't have any other plugs.
No, just those.
Neither of us are neither. That's two people. None of us are on Twitter, right?
I have a Twitter, but I don't use it.
Yeah, I have a Twitter. I can't even tell you what my screen name is. But I do have one, and I do plan on starting to use it more once we start posting and doing more things. I definitely will get a little bit more active on Twitter. But Instagram, I think, is the best way to get in touch with us, Instagram and our Gmail. So if anyone listening has topic suggestions or anything like Elise said, like, please let us know. Or Carrie said, both said.
We're all feeling it and thinking it, so.
Elise, do you want to go ahead and take us out?
Oh, yeah. Thanks, everyone, for listening. And thank you to Tiger Weather for the use of their song Golden the Lining from the album Cassandra as our intro and outro to our podcast. Check it out. They're amazing. Small
They
little
really are.
band.
Fantastic.
And
thanks for listening to
Hey Girl, Hey.
And
Well,
and I'd also just
as
want to
good
say
as last time.
it was perfect.
But also,
So good.
thanks if you listen to this episode. Thanks for, sticking with us as we had a little bit of madness in the beginning.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Zoom sometimes does not cooperate the way you want it to. But I got some great sisters who are willing to give it another go.
Give it a go.
Peace out.